I'm gonna be flipping this first generation iPhone 2G up to a brand new iPhone 15. Let me explain. I'm gonna take this iPhone 2G and I'm gonna sell it on eBay. Then I'm gonna take the money from the sale of this iPhone 2G and go buy another phone on Facebook Marketplace that we could resell for a profit. Then I'm gonna repeat that process all the way up until I have enough money to buy a brand new iPhone 15. If this feels like deja vu, it's because I have already done this starting out with an iPhone 8, but I figured why not up the ante, start with the very first iPhone released 16 years ago and see if I could work my way up all the way to the latest generation iPhone 15. All right, first things first, we have to go ahead and get our phone listed on eBay. These phones definitely have become a little bit of a collector's item, and in very good condition, they definitely can fetch some pretty crazy numbers. Unfortunately, ours is not in the best shape ever, so it's not some crazy collector's item, unfortunately, but it doesn't have cracks and it's fully working, so it does still have some value. I'm gonna go ahead and price it pretty competitively at $139. Just wanted to say how crazy it is how much bigger phones have gotten since this first generation iPhone. Just for comparison, this is the first generation iPhone beside an iPhone 12 Pro Max. Quite a big difference in size. Our iPhone 2G just sold for $139, which leaves us with about $125 after eBay fees. Which means it's time to go on my favorite website, Facebook Marketplace. There is three main things that I'm gonna be doing to make sure that we get the best possible deals on Facebook Marketplace. Number one, I'm willing to buy pretty much any model phone. I don't care if it's an iPhone 8 or an iPhone 14. If the phone is cheap enough that it fits our budget and we can make a profit on it, then I'm willing to buy it. Number two, I'm gonna be spending a lot of time on Facebook Marketplace. If someone posts a good deal, I'm gonna be the first one to see it and I'm gonna be sending them a message. And finally, I'm gonna have to make a lot of offers, especially for this first phone. If we wanna be able to get a phone under $125 that we can flip for a profit, I'm gonna have to be willing to embrace the art of the lowball. What's the worst that could happen? They say no. So after a bit of searching, we were actually able to find our first phone, which is a 128 gigabyte iPhone XR that was originally listed for $180 that we initially negotiated down to $120. But when we were getting ready to go pick it up, he said he tested the phone and the charging port wasn't working. So we were actually able to pick up the iPhone XR for only $70, which fortunately for us, the iPhone XR charging port is only a $5 part. But there was one issue. I never actually replaced an iPhone XR charging port before, and we didn't quite have the budget to bring the phone to my technician and have him repair it for us. I did what anyone else would do. I got on YouTube, I watched some tutorials, and slowly but surely, I was able to get the phone fixed and get it listed on eBay for $209. And pretty much right away, our iPhone XR sold for $209, leaving us with $233.57. All right, so we were just stopping to grab cash to buy phone number 3, which is an iPhone 12 that we're buying for $200 that we should be able to sell after fees for around $380. We're slowly working our way up to that iPhone 15. Forgot it gets dark at like 5 p.m. now, but we picked up the iPhone 12. Gonna go home and get this listed. Our iPhone 12 actually sold the same night for $371, leaving us with $361.78. We just found an iPhone 13 Pro Max that was listed for $220, which did have a cracked screen on it. I know these are worth a lot of money, and I knew his phone was probably getting blown up, so I went ahead and offered him $300, which, go figure, offering more money worked. So we're now on our way to go pick that up. Not as crazy of a deal as it was 3 months ago when we did our iPhone 8 to 15 video. Prices definitely have gone down a little bit after the 15s came out, but I still think we should be able to get $700, maybe $800 for this after we flip it. All right, we're just pulling in now. He says he's in a white Mercedes. $300 iPhone 13 Pro Max was just picked up. I didn't realize it does have some cracks on the actual camera lenses. I didn't test it yet. I'm really hoping that doesn't affect the actual camera, because then we'll have to replace the cameras as well. Doesn't look like the cameras are damaged, so I'm optimistic. And even then, we're still in some pretty solid profit. All 3 cameras are working without issues. Let's go. All right, so our 13 Pro Max just sold, leaving us with just over $700 in capital for the final phones, which means all we have left to do is we gotta find a few more flips and we should be able to hit our goal. It has been proving to be a little bit more difficult than I thought to find a single flip that we can buy to make $400 in profit. So I've decided that the best way for us to get that $400 we need to be able to buy the iPhone 15 is actually to do multiple cheaper flips, which is why I am currently on my way to buy a iPhone 12 for $200, and hopefully we could find a couple more phones we could pick up today to ideally sell and hit our goal as fast as possible. Also, YouTube says that 88% of the people who watch these videos are not subscribed, so I'm not gonna ask, but just saying. The button's like right down there, you know? Not asking, but it's right down there. Just picked up the $200 iPhone 12. I'm gonna go ahead and start looking for a couple other phones. So hopefully we could pick up a couple more while we're out here. We just got back with the iPhone 12 and went ahead and got it listed up on eBay. Unfortunately, we haven't found anything else just yet, but I'm feeling pretty confident that we'll be able to find something else to go pick up tonight. That being said, I did just find this guy who's willing to trade an iPhone for a dog. So if we can't find anything tonight, there is always that option. It is the next day. We didn't find anything last night, but we did just pick up this iPhone 11 for $100, and I am currently waiting for someone to come meet up for another iPhone 11 that we're gonna be getting for $150. And I think we have one more iPhone 11 we're gonna be picking up on the way back for also $150. So lots of phones to pick up today.
Beauty. Cool. Thanks, man. Sweet. Yeah, it's all factory reset, all that stuff, so you should be good to go.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Take care. All right, that's 2 down, 1 more to go. I just got back, ended up picking up 1 more iPhone on the way back, which leaves us with 3 iPhone 11s and an iPhone 12 and $100 left over. So if my math is correct, once these sell, we should have enough for the iPhone 15. So I don't think I need to spend that extra $100. So I've gone ahead and listed them all on eBay. Now all we have to do is wait for these to sell, and then hopefully in a couple days we can go pick up our phone. We got all 4 of these, starting from an iPhone 2G, which was worth like 130 bucks. Not bad. It's the next day, and overnight we were able to sell all 4 of our remaining phones, which should mean that we have enough money to go pick up our iPhone 15, but unfortunately there's one dilemma. So after our sale, we have $1,210.73, which if you go to the Apple Store and you go to the website, the iPhone cost us $1,129. So technically, we did do the challenge and we do have enough money. And to be honest, my initial plan was just to call it a day here, go pick up the iPhone 15 with that money, and we'd be good to go. But with tax, the phone is actually gonna cost us $1,275. I've been on YouTube long enough that I know how people are in the comments, and I know the comments are coming. So last second today, I went out and I picked up this iPhone XR with a cracked screen that at 11 p.m. the night before I'm supposed to go pick up the iPhone 15, I'm gonna be fixing this phone, listing it on eBay for honestly a pretty competitive price, and hopefully selling it in time that we'll have enough money to buy the phone with tax tomorrow morning. All right, just got the iPhone XR fixed and listed on eBay for $180, which makes this $30 cheaper than the cheapest iPhone XR on all of eBay. So definitely not making the maximum amount of profit on this, but hoping the low price gets it sold in time for us to go pick up the phone tomorrow morning. Our $65 iPhone XR we picked up last night sold overnight for a total of $180, which means we officially have enough money to go buy the phone, including the cost of taxes. So this morning I went ahead and dropped off all the remaining orders, and now we're on the way to the Apple Store to pick up our brand new iPhone 15. All right, let's go get our new phone. This is by far the most satisfying part of making these videos. Still the same as last year's.